My name's Steven Sabella. I'm from Westchester, New York, Yorktown, and I wrestled 174 last year. My major is clinical exercise science with a minor in nutrition promotion and marketing.
I'm Nick Waba. I'm from Somerville, New Jersey. I weigh 141 pounds and I major in environmental sciences for Ithaca College.
My name's Eamon Gaffney. I'm from Florham Park, New Jersey. Wrestled 141, 149. I'm a business administration major.
My first year here has been really good. It's been really helpful because we've had a really good freshman class, really big freshman class, and we've kind of been supporting each other like through the whole first year. Don't really know anybody, so I got really close with a lot of guys real soon. The wrestling team in general, awesome group of guys. Anyone on the team is a role model to me. And yeah, so far, first year down, I don't really have many complaints. It's been a great year.
So far, my freshman year has been awesome. I love everything about it. Everyone here is awesome. They're all very friendly. It's a very caring group of people, and the team's very great. Like, everyone on the team enjoys each other's company. We all hang out with each other like a family, and it's a really good organization to be a part of.
The past 2 years here at Ithaca have been wonderful. Probably the best 2 years of my life so far. I can't wait to spend the next two.
I'd say my first impression of Ithaca College when I came here was a little intimidated because it was a new scene, new group of guys. No one really knew who I was, so I kind of had to leave my impression. But it was really exciting too, because it's a whole new chapter in your life. It's a whole kind of fresh start. Whatever you were back in high school is kind of left behind, and this is who you are now, and that's kind of what people see you as. So I was really excited for that, kind of start off on a new foot. Because obviously going from high school to college, you like reassess your goals. You have you want to have a certain GPA, you want to do certain things on the mat. So it was a good kind of fresh start. First day of practice, really didn't know what to expect. I came in real excited, real open to whatever coach was telling us to do. And by the time I was out of the room, I was already in love with it. I was in love with the coaches, the team, the program, just the system, and I was already hooked. So it was kind of a good first taste.
Should I put appropriate music on?
No, that was cool. I like that. I mean, now you want to put that on, so good.
I'll put some other stuff. Just some schoolwork. Reading up on bio, because I have third and fourth exam coming up.
Coach always checks up on our grades. When it comes to school, Coach is on top of us. I mean, it's a good thing, but it's not a bad thing. I mean, if it's a good thing, it's not a bad thing.
It's definitely been tough, but I've really been studying. And me and Steve study a lot together. Study with a lot of other people, so we've been putting ourselves to work.
Education is really important. I mean, it's real obviously for anybody. I mean, kids could kind of blow it off, but in the end, that's what you're here for. So, I mean, I try to put school first. I'm not saying I'm a straight A student, but I do my best.
Fine diet. 73% of adults say they try to eat healthier at restaurants than they did 2 years ago. Yeah. I mean, what's the whole proposal trying to do?
Pretty much just lower the prices.
I'm sorry?
Just lower the prices.
Right. Lower the prices of entrees as a growth strategy. So the sort.
Academics are real important. When I first got here at the beginning of the year, it's always a little slow to kickstart my grades. The second semester really comes around, and it's important to get good grades in order to wrestle and then eventually get a good job. Academics and wrestling together, it's a challenge at times, but Coach definitely gives us opportunities to get our work done. He understands that academics come first, so if you ever have a problem, you just let him know and he can take care of it for you.
I'm Jimmy Cation. I'm from Yorktown Heights, New York. I'm wrestling at 126 this year. And I'm studying clinical exercise physiology.
My name is Senator Beeman. I'm from Niagara Falls, New York. I'm a biochem major. I'm a 125 pounder, 133 pounder, 141 pounder, and a 149 pounder.
My name is Cristopher. I'm from Cherry Creek, New York. I wrestle 165 and I'm a sociology major.
My name's Kevin Collins. I'm from Randolph, New Jersey. I wrestled at 157 pounds and I'm a business finance major.
So how did my wrestling career start? I was actually in 9th grade. I played freshman football and I had a bunch of friends in the team, and 2 or 3 of the kids were wrestlers, and they were telling me, Jimmy, you gotta wrestle, like you're perfect for it, you're little and you're strong and you're fast, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna play basketball. I'm definitely playing basketball, being a point guard. Then one day my buddy Joe was bothering me at the game. He was just like, Jimmy, you gotta meet my coach, he's over there, like you gotta come meet him. I'm like, Joe, just let me watch this game. If you just let me watch this game, I'll go to your stupid open mat thing and like I'll see how it is. And he's like, all right, deal. So I went to the open mat thing and basically that was that. I loved it, and I didn't look back.
I mean, obviously wrestling for, 16 years out of your 21-year lifespan, wrestling's gonna have a pretty big impact on it. When I was younger, I wasn't really into it. I wasn't that successful. There's a point in middle school where I kind of wanted to quit. I wasn't sure how much I was into it. Kind of around the middle of middle school is when I made that commitment. I started going to clubs. I started wrestling all year round. I started being way more committed to it and training a lot harder. I started lifting, and I started to see results from there, and I started winning a lot. And when you win, it's a lot more fun. So since then, it's been kind of 365 days a year you're wrestling, and I'm thinking about wrestling. And especially once you get into high school and college, to really succeed and excel, you have to dedicate and commit yourself. And I think that it's played a huge part in my life. It's played a huge part in developing who I am as a person. It's gotten me, it's gotten me to this school. It's gotten me to travel the country. It's gotten me to meet a lot of people. And, I love it. It's, you have to be passionate about it to compete for 80% of your lifetime. So.
First day of practice, I didn't have wrestling shoes. I wrestled my first day in practice in a pair of Nike Air Max. This is the first day. I had no clue what's going on. I'm thinking, man, I got to drop kick a couple guys, the works. But then I meet my coach that ended up followed me all the way through, all the way up to my senior year, my senior year in varsity. My coach, DJ Gincola, who was probably one of the most inspirational people that kind of just kept me going. Those first couple of practices, My dad wrestled when he was younger, so they kind of know, but he was never great. He wrestled on JV. He always tries to tell me I wrestled JV when I was young. Yeah, it's not. It's like, all right, Dad. All right. Still tries to tell me what to do all the time. Got to eat your meat and potatoes. But they've always been supportive in everything I've done. It's not even just my my parents, but my entire family, my grandmother, my grandfather, rest his soul, and everyone that they always ask me when I come home, how's wrestling going? How'd you do? When I told them I made honorable mention this year, they were ecstatic. I didn't even have to say what that even meant. They just knew it was something good.
I would say wrestling is different from all other sports because it's not a sport, it's a lifestyle. Especially in college, if you want to be good at college wrestling, you devote your life to it. I mean, it's not like it's just, not only is it a 7-month long season, but it's not just that. You got to be working out every day in the off season. You got to be running, you got to be lifting, you got to be hitting the mats. Like, it takes up your whole life. And then you want to throw the weight classes into play. Now you're watching what you eat all the time. It controls how you feel. If you have a bad day at practice, you're probably going to have a bad day the rest of the day. It could just completely change your whole day. Like, wrestling just, it's very dominating. Just, it takes hold of your life. It's like a leech.
Crikey, Mike. Shit's going down real quick, Mike.
Studio, Mike.
So, a gymnast walks into a bar. Ha! Wait for it.
Oh man, he's a funny kid.
There's a 10-point deduction and she loses the gold medal.
Hell no, I can't do that.
If I had to pick 3 characters on the team, first one would be Alex Gomez. That kid is such a space cadet. He's always out there. I can never tell if he's actually listening to me or not. He's funny though, he's a great guy, I love him.
Alex, there's one story that one of the funniest moments in my mind is we were at an Oneana, and Coach always got apples to bring with us for a team. So there's, like, you could count on, in our bucket of food, there's always a bag of apples, and it didn't really stray from like what we always got. So we kind of got the same thing every time. And Alex, like, pretty blind when he doesn't have his glasses on. And I'm standing at the food table, he comes over, he grabs something out of the bag of apples, and he goes, "Oh yeah, Coach got pears, nice, these look delicious." And I'm like, "That's an apple, Alex. It's in your hand. Look at that's an apple." Like, that's not a pear. You've eaten apples before. Like, that's not a pear. And then you call him out on it. He's like, "Oh, dude, I know that. I'm just messing around. I know that. Yo, bro, you're right. That is an apple, bro. Yo."
Carlos, let's get this money to Ribio. When I first met him, I didn't even know what to make of the kid, but regardless of how much of a goofball he is, he's a great guy.
Yeah. While wrestling was, or at a wrestling tournament we were at the York tournament, and me and Carlos just got done weighing in, and we went up to go snack on everything, and Carlos just starts pounding down these Mountain Dews, and Coach just comes walking up the stairs, and he sees Coach's head, but Coach doesn't see him yet, and he just, like, chugs the rest of the Mountain Dew and tosses it in the garbage can, chugs the rest of the other one, tosses it in the garbage can, and Coach doesn't see any of it, but it's, like, so funny because he got it done in, like, the perfect time. Coach is like, "Hey guys," and Carlos is like, "Ugh." It's just like, me and Carlos just laughed at it. This hilarious moment.
First off, the Shimmick. He's the first one that comes to mind, Chris Shimmick. His theories on life in general are out there, but he believes them with his whole heart, and it's entertaining. For example, his can of beefaronis before his match, he claims that if you eat terribly your whole life, then your body gets used to it, and then when you eat healthy, it's bad for you, or something like that. And he claims that you drink Mountain Dew, once you stop drinking Mountain Dew, for him, because he's addicted, that's when he'll start getting cancer, so he's never going to stop. Oh, no. Thanks for taking your time and learning about our journey as a Bomber. Here's our 2014-2013. Thanks for taking the time and learning about our journey as a bomber. Here's our 2013-2014 highlight tape. Enjoy. Thanks for taking the time and enjoying our journey as a bomber. Damn it. Thanks for taking. Fuck. All right. Thanks for taking your time and learning about. Should I throw up? Yeah, you'd be like, thanks for taking your time. Thanks for taking your time and then learning about. Fuck. Thanks for taking your time and learning about our journey as a bomber. Not that hard. Thanks for taking your time and, is that right? Thanks for taking your time and learning about our journey as a bomber. Yeah, you should leave the room. No, right, just right there, behind that. Thanks for taking your time and learning about our journey as a bomber. Now here's our 2013-2014 highlight tape. Enjoy.